Nanru Pirandaravara. It just means the world is one. All the people are my kinsmen.
The Indo-Pacific is the most culturally and economically dynamic region in the world.
Platform we created today, the dialogue we have today, we will continue. And perhaps later this year or next year, we will have the second round.
Tamil Nadu is here to partner with you for the collective good, for preserving this very crucial last frontier, the Indo-Pacific region.
It's a very, very well organized conference.
Marshal Madheshwaran, Ambassador Gar, Ambassador Kareeb, distinguished delegates of the TIIC Cultural Economic Forum, distinguished delegates and dear friends. Air Marshal set the context and the tone in his opening remarks with a quote from Charles Dickens. This is the best of the times, the worst of the times. Friends, we live in a VUCA world, volatile, uncertain, complex and ambiguous, which calls for deeper engagement, deeper participation by all the stakeholders. With these words, I wish you all a very warm welcome. I will divide my address in two parts. First, on the industrial economic potential of Tamil Nadu, since Ambassador Gary is there, and second part on the marine economy and the blue economy. Since I have worked very closely as a part of my career in the bureaucracy, I worked with the Director of Fisheries Bay of Bengal program. I was with the TNAB, worked very closely with the alternate forms of energy, RE energy, offshore wind, tidal energy. I was the Forest Secretary, Environment Secretary, where I was part of delegate of the COP15 Paris talks, where I made a presentation on sinking islands in the Gulf of Mannar. And finally, as the Rural Development Secretary, I have handled the post-tsunami livelihood project, which is funded by IFAD and FAO for sustainable livelihood of the marine communities. Friends, first part. Presently, I am the CEO of the Tamil Nadu Industrial Investment Corporation, which is the growth catalyst of the Tamil Nadu economy. It is guided with the twin principles of making India self-reliant, the clarion call of the Honorable Prime Minister of India. And the second principle is the clarion call again of the Honorable Chief Minister of Tamil Nadu to make Tamil Nadu economy a 1 trillion economy by 2030. Tamil Nadu's economy is the growth engine of Indian economy. We have the most established and diversified industrial base in the Indian Union. The urbanization of Tamil Nadu is 51%, the most urbanized state. We have urban industrial clusters across the length and breadth of Tamil Nadu, right from Tuticorin to Krishnagiri, from Coimbatore to Kadalur, Chennai. No other state has got this kind of dispersal of its urban centers and industrial clusters. Ambassador was mentioning about partnerships. For Taiwan investments, Tamil Nadu is the natural choice. We are hosting our flagship event, the ELSINA, the Association of the Electronics and the Hardware Manufacturers of India in Chennai in February. About 60 to 70% of electronics output of Tamil Nadu, of India, is from Tamil Nadu. Tamil Nadu is the rightful destination for all investments in the electronics sector. Foxconn is already there. I request Ambassador Gair to please send a delegation for this LCNI event. Huge business opportunities will open for the Taiwanese companies. We have several mega clusters. One cluster is in Chennai, which is the auto, the EV cluster, and the electronics. The second cluster is opening up in Hosur. Again, electronics, EV, defense, and engineering clusters. So this kind of opportunities, this kind of ecosystem is unmatched anywhere. Let's leverage the visionary leadership of the Honorable Chief of Tamil Nadu and maximize the returns. The key strength of Tamil Nadu is its throughput. Tamil Nadu provides three kinds of leaderships: thought leadership, technology leadership, and throughput leadership. The per capita investment of your capital, the maximum returns will be in Tamil Nadu in view of its entire dimension of ecosystems, of its law and order situation, qualified workforce, well-developed industrial base. So ideally, Tamil Nadu is the destination for all investments. I once again request Ambassador Gair and his team to please participate in the LCNI event in February and also in further events, and make Tamil Nadu your partner state, your ideal destination for investments. Friends, the next part, the blue economy, Indo-Pacific blue economy. The key challenge for us today is climate change. Climate change is a clear and present danger staring at us. And all the stakeholders have to come on board. It just cannot be an effort of the government agencies or few other institutions. All stakeholders have to come on board to mitigate and fight this clear danger. As Ambassador Karim was mentioning, Bay of Bengal is the epicenter of the Indo-Pacific region. Maximum world's population is based here. The key developments will happen here, but they are threatened by the impact of climate change. As the Commissioner of Fisheries, Government of Tamil Nadu, I worked very closely with the Bay of Bengal program and the 10 member states. The key challenge is equity, sustainability, and partnerships. These resources are limited. So how do we ensure that we have equitable distribution of the resources among the member states in a sustainable manner? Friends, here the role of women is very, very important. Any development which is not engendered, is endangered. We have to give the leading role to the women. Their innate wisdom is in harmony with nature, is in harmony with the dynamics of nature for preserving nature in a sustainable manner. Tamil Nadu is the leading state where the self-help movement originated here. And today Tamil Nadu provides thought leadership and guidance to other states in establishing the self-help groups. It's no surprise that seeing the importance of the women in the rural economy, in sustainability, our Honorable Minister, Chief Minister has made Honorable Sri Udayanidhi Stalin in charge of women empowerment and women development as part of his portfolio. This is the kind of importance Tamil Nadu gives for women empowerment and women development. As part of the post-tsunami livelihood project, as the Rural Development Secretary of Tamil Nadu, we have worked with the local communities. The key is, how do we enhance their livelihoods? How do we give them alternative occupations? They are all being impacted by rising sea levels, depletion of the catches, depletion of the mangroves. Their traditional livelihoods are threatened. So how do you give them low technology of interventions and alternate options where they have sustainable livelihood options in which women through the self-help groups, through the community-based organizations play a very, very crucial role. I also worked very closely with the National Institute of Ocean Technology based in Chennai. We have mapped the entire coast of Tamil Nadu. Tamil Nadu has got the second largest coastline after Gujarat in India. It is a major maritime state. We have mapped the entire coastline, mapped those cells which are prone to sea erosion, which are prone to rising sea levels. And we have to set up corrective mechanisms in place by taking the community on board. Ambassador Karim mentioned very specifically that the blue economy, the oceans are the last frontiers. We have already exploited our green, the forests, the land frontiers. If we want to leave a bright future for our future generations, then we have to be very, very careful in how we engage with this last frontier, the blue frontier. Sustainability is the key. Mangroves were the traditional systems that sustain those coastal zones, coastlines. Sadly, they've been depleting. And mangroves are the best carbon sinks per capita. They are also the best source of oxygen. As Ambassador Karim mentioned, Sundarbans is crying out for attention, for a strategy, for its management and sustainability. So coastal economy, and in particular the role of the communities, is very, very crucial. There is lot of native intelligence, there is lot of native wisdom with the communities, which we all collectively must participate with them and harness that wisdom. In the Paris COP15, I had made a presentation about how to save sinking islands in the Gulf of Mannar. There are about 25-30 islands are there that are sinking. And with leading NGOs, we had found an option in which we can intervene and save those sinking islands from sinking further. The little islands of the Indo-Pacific, the island states, we are all at risk of rising sea levels. It's something which collectively we have to share our experience, our knowledge, our technology options with us for saving these islands. The government of Tamil Nadu, Department of Fisheries, is very happy to share with the member states and the participants on what interventions they have done for saving these islands. Ambassador Ger mentioned about tourism. Tourism has to be encouraged, sustainable tourism, in which we have to go for immersive tourism. Today's tourist doesn't want to stay in big capital cities, in concrete five-star hotels. He wants to have an immersive experience of tourism, live with the communities, see their lifestyles, participate with their daily activities. He wants to go and tell a story back of immersive tourism. This is where the coastal communities can come together in terms of low-cost homestay tourism. What do the tourists want? Good linen, clean water, hygienic food. And through self-help groups along the entire Bay of Bengal nation states, collectively we can promote this immersive tourism, which will be a good income source. Also will encourage the communities and the tourists towards the message of conservation and sustainability. Friends, coming to the renewable energy. This is part of my experience as a bureaucrat in Tamil Nadu. I was fortunate to have served for nearly 36 years. This is my 37th year as the chairman of the electricity board, the power utility. We used to work very closely with lot of technocrats. Can we harness the power of tidal, harness the temperature differential, and go for low solutions? Lot of thought is going on that. Tamil Nadu is blessed by nature. We have India's highest potential for wind, both onshore and offshore. Onshore along the Western Ghats, the wind velocity, the per megawatt installation output, the PLF, the plant load factor is highest here. Now a lot of work is also started on the offshore wind installations along the Tuticorin coast, the Ramnad coast. Tamil Nadu is also very blessed by nature for the solar. So this combination of solar, wind, it's also got a very good potential pump storage along the Western Ghats. So these unique advantages of the state will make Tamil Nadu a leader in RE. India has committed during the Glasgow COP for net zero by 2070. Collectively, all have to come on board on this and make whatever small contributions we can make. Green hydrogen is going to be a big thing in the days to come. India definitely is going to be positioned as the leader in RE space. And green energy will mean a big contribution for mitigating climate change efforts, for saving our coastlines, our island states, our communities, and preserving these blue oceans for our generations in their pristine glory. Professor Kari mentioned about plastics, air management with plastics. It's a huge danger. But you've seen those images where plastic waste size of nations is floating on the oceans. How do you dispose that? Small contributions by us in being sensitive enough to plastics usage is a big step. Any small measure is not a small measure. Any small contribution by any individual is not a small measure. These small steps will go a long way in collective effort for our efforts for mitigating change. Tamil Nadu has got a state action plan on climate change. It's got a green climate fund, one of the pioneering states. So these kind of thought leaderships of Tamil Nadu are very pioneering steps. What Tamil Nadu does today, the rest of India follows tomorrow. So friends, it is indeed a pleasure to be part of these deliberations. In fact, I would preferred had Ambassador Karim mentioned in more depth. Tremendous wisdom and knowledge was there in his presentation. I hope he is there rest of the day and he shares his knowledge with all of you. Yes. Once again, I thank the organizers for inviting me for this event. And I request all the delegates here, let's leverage the vision leadership of the Chief Minister of Tamil Nadu. Let's leverage his thought leadership, his technology leadership, his throughput leadership in providing a platform in which Tamil Nadu as a key state, as the state with the second largest coastline, as a key maritime and a marine state of India, provides leadership, takes proactive steps in the Bay of Bengal program, and those lessons for community, harnessing power of community, for RE, for saving sinking islands, mangrove conservation, you name it. Tamil Nadu has also been the forefront of olive ridley conservation. Olive ridley again is a very important species of this Indo-Pacific region. We have several nesting sites in Tamil Nadu. We have taken several proactive steps in ensuring that the fishing technology of the fishing communities do not harm them. And as long as olive ridley turtles are there in this ocean, the ecology of the oceans is in a safe zone, in a comfort zone. It's a very important species. Professor Ambassador Kari was mentioning about corals. The Great Barrier Reef, they are dying out. One of the reasons is acidification of the oceans. We also have corals in the Gulf of Mannar. We have India's only marine biosphere in Gulf of Mannar, where we take steps to protect the corals, the seagrass, the dugongs there. So these are very steps Tamil Nadu has taken. So friends, let's leverage the vision leadership of the Honorable President of Tamil Nadu. Tamil Nadu is here to partner with you. And as the representative government of Tamil Nadu, I seek your partnership, all the stakeholders' engagement for the collective good, for preserving this very crucial last frontier, the Indo-Pacific region. Thank you. Good day.